Hello guys, it's time for another cooking adventure. Today I decided to make a cake because my sister, she finished some course, like this really hard course that she was doing, like some study she was doing, and she got her results and she passed all of it, so she's finished with it. So I decided I'll make a cake to celebrate. I was like, I could have just bought a cake, but I thought no, let's just make it special. So I googled chocolate cake, and then this recipe came up, which I will link because it's really delicious. It's a good recipe. Um, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, so I went to Safeway, I mean the supermarket, bought the ingredients, came home, and I made it before dinner. So I was making it. I was really enjoying it. The recipe is moist chocolate cake, so not just any chocolate cake, it's moist. And yeah, so I really enjoyed making it. Like I didn't even put on this. I didn't really have time to put on the song "Bake a Cake," from Eurovision, unfortunately. But I really enjoyed making it because I don't cook that often, so when I cook, I really enjoy it. I'll show you some photos of of as it was happening. Um, like this is it in the oven. And then when I took it out of the oven, yeah, it was really good because for some reason I followed the recipe and it said cook bake for 25 to 30 minutes, but for some reason it just was different because I don't know what the factor was that made it like this, but at 25 minutes it was still like liquidy, goopy stuff. It was not solid, and I was gonna take it out, but my sister-in-law and my mom were like, "No, I think you gotta keep it in for longer." And I'm glad they told me to do that because it did need to stay there longer. I'm not sure because the recipe says shortening, and I substituted it with Kofa, so I'm not sure if that made things a little different. Anyways, the main thing is that eventually, after so much waiting, it's like after every 5 minutes, I would check on it with that little sticky thing and poke it in and see if it was fairly dry or anything like that. And finally, after like an extra 20, 30 minutes, maybe it was finally, I think, ready. Took it out, so proud of it. It was like solid and it smells good. And then the cool thing is that it tasted really good. I'm so happy because this recipe, when I saw the comments on people talking about this recipe, they were like, "This recipe is amazing." It's like the guy was like, "This recipe is my grandma passed down to me," or something like that. And people in the comments were saying, "I tried this recipe, loved it, and because of this, I subscribed to this magazine that had the recipe," stuff like that. So I was like, "This sounds like a good recipe." And the ingredients were quite simple, like nothing too fancy. Like kind of puts me off when they have all these ingredients. I don't know what they are. Okay, so the thing is, I try to put the icing on a little too early. While like I did wait 10 minutes that it said, but it was still a little warm, and so the icing went a bit runny, and so it's not pretty. But the cake, it went like hot cake. That's where like my whole family loved it. Like the little kids loved it. My mom loved it. My sister-in-law loved it. They went. My sister-in-law ate 3 pieces and stuff like that. And I feel like eating again, especially when it was warm. Okay, I'll show you. It's not pretty, but there it is. Oh, I don't want to drop it on my laptop. The icing kind of makes it not look pretty, but trust me, it tastes really good. Look, it's half gone, and it's only been like 10, 15 minutes since it was out. Ugh, I feel like eating more because it's like moist. Oh, look, stuck in my pan. Yeah. So I think basically that's all I want to say. But it was so yummy. I loved it. It makes me so happy that people liked it. Also happy that I liked it. Turned out alright because when I make things, I usually just make things once. I pick a recipe and just make it on the go, and people are gonna eat it. Like I don't practice beforehand, so they're very much hit or miss sometimes, and I don't care if it misses. Like I'm happy just to enjoy the process, but I'm glad that people liked it. And so that's it. So I'll link the recipe. It's a good recipe, but you might have to tinker with it a bit. Like I don't know, cook it a bit longer because I don't know unless you have shortening and maybe that makes it perfect. But anyways, I really enjoyed it. I'm really glad I started learning how to cook. It's really fun. Alright, see you guys.